Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carter. I love talking about movies, horror movies, superheroes, and comic books. Speaking of superheroes and comic books, The Boys Season 4 just ended. And of course, as much as I love to talk about Season 4, I would like to talk about Season 5 and talk about some predictions that I have. So, before I do all that, let me know what your predictions for the season are down below. This will be the show's last season, so predictions like Homelander dies, Butcher dies, probably pretty solid. I would put those down in the comments below. But let me know other predictions, like, do you think Frenchie's a goner? Do you think Kamiko's a goner? Do you think Huey and Starlight will last? Let me know. I am very interested to see what everyone says. And I think right away, the biggest predictions, Butcher and Homelander are gonna die. I think there's two scenarios they can go with Butcher and Homelander. Scenario one, Homelander dies by Butcher's hand, which I feel like is the most obvious one to go. Sage will probably screw him over at some point, and Butcher will kill Homelander. They'll have a big fight, I hope, and Homelander will die. Maybe Butcher will die too at the same time, or Homelander will be depowered. They'll find some way, maybe through Soldier Boy, to depower Homelander, and he'll just have to suffer being a normal person, or maybe he'll be beaten to death by a crowd or something like that, or all the boys will beat him to death. Something like that. I feel like either Homelander's gonna die or he will be depowered. Both of those, pretty solid guesses. As for Butcher, I believe that, like with Homelander, there's two ways he can go. He will die or he will be depowered. Maybe the virus will kill the tumor that's killing Butcher, and he'll have to live out the rest of his days with Ryan, or he just dies. Either by, spoilers for the comics, also, sorry, spoilers for the comics. Huey will kill him if he has to die. Huey will 100% kill him. I think the biggest issue with the Boys comics is what I can't see them doing in the show is Butcher killing his own teammates. I don't see Butcher killing MM or Frenchie. I can see Butcher killing Kamiko somehow because he just doesn't really care for soups. He wants to eradicate all soups. So probably Kamiko, and then he'll probably go after Starlight, which might cause the rift between him and Huey. I would also say that the virus will play a big part in maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then it will be destroyed. Maybe they try and have something happen with A-Train. My guess is that in the first 3 episodes, something major is going to happen with a major character or with the virus to just eradicate all hope for the rest of the season and really raise the stakes. Because as much as I love The Boys, I feel like it could definitely use a bit of raising the stakes. I think that, especially going into the Season 5, well, Season 4 did a great job of raising the stakes. It needs to be even higher. The Boys has always suffered from main character plot armor. So I think characters like A-Train, The Deep, Frenchie, MM are all gonna go. Kamiko might be a good choice as well, although I would hate to see any of the boys go. If there had to be one of them, it's definitely gonna be Frenchie. He's pretty much been on the chopping block for the last season and a half, and they've just been treading water with a lot of his character. Kamiko is the muscle of the team, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her go either. Basically, what I'm guessing is this next season is just going to be a bloodbath. A lot of people are going to die. Probably everybody involved that's not Huey or Annie. I would be very shocked if more than like 5 characters lived. I genuinely think this next season is going to be a bloodbath, which, like, maybe there's a big death every episode. Like, episode 1, it's The Deep. Episode 2, it's A-Train. Episode 3, it's MM. Episode 4, it's Frenchie. Episode 5, it's Kamiko. Episode 6, it's the rest of the 7. Episode 7, it's Homelander. And episode 8, it's Butcher. Something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's the way it's going to go. This season is just going to be an absolute bloodbath. People are going to crack left and right. Another good guess that I have is, this is totally off topic, one of the most famous panels of the comics is Homelander in the White House with the president's head and Butcher walking out. That's probably the most famous scene from the comics, is Butcher going up to the White House to fight Homelander. My guess is that's going to be the end of episode 6 or the end of episode 7, the tag that's going to get us to watch the teaser that's going to get us to watch the next episode. My guess is it's going to be that. I would also hope that the boys get a severe power buff this season. Maybe they're prepared to use the virus, Butcher's prepared to use the virus, but then Frenchie, and Huey are all having to take Temp V or Permanent V because, I'm going to be honest, they're severely underpowered. And as much as I enjoy the show and prefer it to the comic, I just find it a little hard that the boys are going to be able to take down so many soups by just being regular people. I think that's something that is going to have to change. They're going to get a big technology or power buff. Obviously, full spoilers for season 4, they're in prison. So I wouldn't be surprised if they spend an episode in prison and then maybe they break out and build like a soup resistance army and go to war with Homelander's army. I'm not really sure how the first half of the season is going to go, but I'm pretty sure how the second half of the season is going to go, with just killing off a lot of the characters, and then the final fight between Butcher and Homelander pretty much guaranteed. Soldier Boy is a wrench. I'm not sure what's going to happen with him or with Ryan. I think that it might be Butcher and Ryan versus Homelander, or Butcher, Ryan, Soldier Boy, Homelander, 4-way fight. But, like I said, this is just fun little predictions. I'm just throwing these out there. I would love to hear what you guys have to say below. I don't see Queen Maeve coming back. I'm interested to see what they do with Cindy from the Season 4 finale and from Season 2. Stan Egger is still in the mix. I have no idea if he will play a part in Season 5. I would hope the showrunners have a great plan to just wrap up every little arc going into Season 5. Shining Light, I hope they just drop it. I don't think Shining Light at all has a place in Season 5, whether that's the character Kamiko ran into this season. I just don't think Shining Light or Little Nina or any of the side characters from Frenchie or Kamiko's plot have any business being in Season 5, because Season 5 has to tie together literally everything, and it has to give satisfying ends for every single major character. That's everybody in the 7, that's Ashley, that's all of the boys, and it's already like a multiple, like 12 characters. I mean, granted, more than half of them are gonna die, I believe. But still, I just think it'd be weird to have like Little Nina show up and be like, "Hello, Frenchie, get on your knees, I'm gonna peg you." And then like he dies the next episode. I'd be like, that's weird. That's very weird. I feel like Season 5 will probably be Season 5 will definitely be the darkest season. I'm sure they will tone down a lot of the humor and bump up a lot of the gore and maybe some of the shock value gore. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a character that just dies very, very suddenly in maybe the most shocking moment of the series. Maybe a character like the Deep, where, I don't know, maybe Ashley or Starlight just kills him. Probably decapitates him, probably cuts him in half. Something very brutal, something very gory. Maybe he explodes. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that to the Deep or someone. I don't see them doing it to a member of the boys. I think that might be a little too shocking, but I can see a sudden death coming maybe mid-episode for the Deep, at least in the very beginning. Making a lot of very weird niche predictions, but that's just because I sat down, I was like, I have so many predictions, and then they just all vanished. So yeah, I do think the show will end with Huey and Starlight being together, getting married, and just settling down, and with Vought being completely dissolved, a new presidential election, a new kind of American government that completely outlaws superhero companies, superheroes in the government. I wouldn't be surprised if superheroes are just outlawed completely, and there's pretty much just no more supes in America, or at least no active supes in crime fighting or military positions. That's how I see this going. But yeah, I think that's honestly pretty much it. All of those predictions, I would say, I would say I'm probably 50% right. I'm really hoping that Homelander is the big bad of this series, of the season. I'm hoping Homelander is really like the final boss of the season. They might do what they do in the comics and do Butcher. I don't know how I would feel about that. Honestly. Let me know down in the comment section below how you guys think Season 5 is going to play out, if you're excited it's the last season. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for the support. Check out my other boys videos down below, and as always, have a great rest of your day.